Welcome everybody to tonight's stream. We're playing Madden 22 and it's time for a little fantasy draft franchise. I don't know what team I'm going to be yet, but I've just wanted something here, a little chill on the channel. Been really busy moving and just kind of want something I could sit down and play, stream every now and then and have some fun with. Hopefully get through at least one season. We'll see how much fun this is. I've done some fantasy drafts in Madden's new in the past, but they don't usually stick around. But I've been watching some streams of some all-pro default gameplay. Shout out to Mills over on Twitch. I've been really enjoying his streams with his franchise he's been playing, and the gameplays look pretty good for him. And I wanted something just easy and streamable here. So what's going on, everybody? We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're playing Madden 22, of course. I got the new setup here. It's like 75% complete. There are still some things that I want to get. Been really busy working. It feels like 2 weeks have passed in the last 5 days because I've been cramming like 2 weeks worth of effort into these 5 days. But uploads have been all over the place, but I think they're going to be stabilizing now. More MLB The Show, more franchise on the second channel. And then we'll kind of go from there. Just got done watching the practice squad video. Yep, that's up if you haven't seen it yet on the second channel. Doing the practice squad rebuild franchise. Episode 6 is done. But yeah, good evening, everybody. Glad to see you here. I don't know what team I'm using yet. I don't intend necessarily on using the Vikings. I just have them pulled up here. So yeah, got the new setup here. I'm still needing to get some new equipment, so I'm going to be ditching the Yeti here soon. Looking to upgrade the audio setup, have that much better. Then, as you can tell behind me, got some stuff on display, and I got this projector on because without it, it's just a blank wall. So this kind of spices things up a little bit, and it looks pretty cool. Kane, no matter how often you upload, you have to know that we are all supportive of you. You make so much good and entertaining content. Use the Lions. I appreciate it, Robert. Thank you for the kind words. And that's one vote towards Detroit, I would say. Titans a good rebuild team or too good to start? Oh, I think they're definitely a good rebuild team if you like building up defenses. Like the offense, I'd say, is mostly in place outside of like what's after Julio. But if you like building up a defense, I mean, I don't think Tennessee is like a top 5 team. They're a playoff caliber team, but just need a few more pieces probably. Not bad, especially for a short-term franchise. Appreciate the super chats, Colton and Robert. When is the next MLB The Show video? So I will be editing the stream I did over the weekend. If you haven't watched that stream, it is really highly recommended. I made it. It was a really fun stream. I think a lot of you would enjoy it if you like the Rockies. By the way, if you're watching this after the stream is live, then you can scroll down below and find the start of the draft when we play our first game if you want to skip to that action. Love the new setup, Kane. Is a hot dog a sandwich? A hot dog, technically, if you were to like scientifically define a hot dog, it is a sandwich. But should we allow it to be a sandwich? No, we should not. It's just confusing and unnecessary. And quite frankly, it's a little inaccurate. I had a hot dog tonight. It's a fantasy draft, so just get the team with the best uniforms. I mean, that is kind of the focus, I'd say. A hot dog is a taco. I think you could also argue that a hot dog is a taco, but it'd be quite a stretch. I'm not going to make that argument. Yeah, who would be a good team to take over here? We want some good uniforms. Raiders for the stadium. Ooh. How about the Panthers? Panthers need a a uniform refresh. The Panthers are one of the youngest franchises in the NFL, yet they're basically using, I think, pretty much the same uniforms they have for their entire existence. They could really use an update to, like, their sleeves are so early 2000s. They need a refresh, and I predict they will have new uniforms in the next 2 years. So I'm not decided yet on doing like a regular traditional franchise for the main channel. I want to see like where gameplay is, if there's a lot of work to do with sliders. There's things I want to check out first, because instead of doing a main franchise, I could do some other experiments and some other ideas I wanted to do. So I'm going to have to be convinced that the franchise for this year would be like excellent. Like, we need to make sure there aren't any major bugs, that the gameplay is rock solid. If it can't be at least as good as like my Madden 20 Broncos experience, then I'm probably going to do some other stuff and see where franchise goes. How's it going, King? Gotta go with the Bengals uniforms, I think. Excited for this series. They have new ones. They are new and fresh. Now, I'm going to be playing this on default All-Pro at least to start, because, like I said, I was watching Mills. Watching him stream. Gameplay looked pretty solid. You know, I'm just going to be playing, you know, no switch, nothing on defense. Just trying to chill and have a fun game without taking it too seriously. So I'm actually playing Madden. I'm not super simming tonight. Weird. If you simulate without drafting a kicker and punter, the computer won't draft them for you. Well, I'll make sure I have a kicker and punter. What do I think of the Cardinals uniforms? I kind of think that they're a little bit due for a refresh, because I remember when they got new uniforms in the mid-2000s, and then the Vikings kind of ripped off their whole design with the stripe down the pants and just the striping in general. I think Cardinals could use something fresh. They're not bad. I mean, the color scheme is undefeated. I mean, you got black, red, gold. I mean, the jerseys make themselves there, but they could do a little bit better. Gotta draft Cole McDonald, last pick for the memes. Oh, yes. A series like this is going to be very much for the memes. I appreciate it, Zackler. Yeah, so like every other creator, you know, I have to stop at IKEA a few times before the setup's done. The desk is all IKEA. Alex drawers, countertop, back there, Calyx unit. I got a bunch of stuff on display, but I doubt you can even see most of it. Am I in the way? Okay. So like, I got one of those cubes. It's all PlayStation stuff. I got like the Ratchet and Clank collection in there. I got Uncharted collection, Persona 5, Persona 4 Golden. That's all PlayStationed out. Above that, like, I doubt you can even see it, but I got the 4 champions from Zelda Breath of the Wild, along with Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity next to it. Just trying to spice it up now and personalize everything a bit more. Work in progress, though. And all this took a couple extra days than I expected, but that's moving for you. 49ers new red throwbacks are fire. Check them out. San Francisco. Thank you for the super chat, Omar. You can check out uniforms from the main menu, right? It shows all the uniforms, I'm pretty sure. My favorite name for the Washington football team rebrand. What was it? The Red Hawks? I've seen some mock-ups for that were pretty cool. Where do they show all the unis? Delete uniforms. Alright, so we're trying to find the team here and some uniforms. I was told to check out the alternate red. Are you talking these? The red throwbacks? These are awesome. I also like these ones. I'm pretty sure they beat the Vikings in week 1 wearing these. Back in 2015. Yeah, I like these. I like these too. Good uniforms. See, some teams that have a little bit of history to them like to go with this like modernized version of retro, kind of paying homage to their old uniforms with a few modern twists. I think the Bills have done that really well. Like, I think the Bills uniforms are very good. Hope the move went well. It's going pretty well. It's almost done. There's still a few things. I did break one of my monitors in the process accidentally. I still don't know how, but plugged it in and the panel's all damaged. So clearly I wasn't being careful with it. But that's a lesson you just learn, I guess. It was my best monitor too. Cleveland's uniforms, like these a lot. Yep, still in Texas. It was a short move. Very easy relative to moving across the country. And hoping all my stuff makes it there in one piece. So, literally, I have had more damage on this move. We're talking like less than 20 miles. I've already had more damage than loading up all my stuff and having it shipped across the country. The only thing, I don't think anything got broke in the first trip, and I would say that something got lost. I had these running gloves I got like 8 years ago, and they were my favorite gloves because I could still move my fingers, and I lost them after I moved, and then my wife found them just a couple of months ago, and I was looking for them for so long, and when it got so cold and there was that winter storm in Texas, I was so mad I didn't have them. But, I'm whole again. Got my gloves. I don't know where they are right now, but they're somewhere. Yeah, what do we want for some uniforms here? The Packers throwbacks. You're talking about the originals, the navy blues. Oh, man. First of all, I don't like these 60s uniforms as much for the Green Bay. Like, the current gold and green they use is much better. The old one is so muted. Very 60s, obviously. I don't like that. I think those uniforms are actually kind of cool. I don't even remember them ever wearing these. Can we confirm these were ever actually worn by the Packers? Because I do not remember them ever being used. I think these are hideous. But I like that one. It's not that different, but I just think that the gold shoulders go better. Oh, I already got a series with Seattle going right now on the second channel. So I can tell you it won't be the Seahawks. I can tell you it won't be the Broncos. And it won't be the Texans. Let's check out the Jets throwbacks here. I think the Jets uniforms are solid. But the thing is, the Jets are one of those teams right now where they've been bad long enough where like no uniform looks good on them. Because you just associate the Jets with like losing. And so, you know, they're going to have to win 7 or 8 games before the uniforms can be appreciated and truly graded. I remember when they wore these. I only remember them doing it like once. I think my favorite Jets uniforms are their color rush. I'm not a huge fan of the Jets uniforms, the classic ones. My favorite simple design for uniforms would have to be the Giants. Like there's no, like it's just white letters on a blue jersey. But I really liked the Giants uniforms for a long time. The red and gray goes well. I like the Color Rush alternates. And I like the classic alternate here with the red. I think that looks pretty nice. Who wins in a boxing match? Jamari or Boogie? Well, they'd be in very different weight classes. So I think right away you give a major advantage to Boogie Turner. Although you got to give Jamari some credit, you know. Maybe more stamina, maybe more agile. But I don't know boxing. I'm going to go Boogie just because if Jamari wins, it has to go the distance. And it's all about getting there. And I don't think he'd do it. All right, let's get to drafting here. Eagles got some nice uniforms for sure. I also like their throwbacks a bit. All right, we're creating a new league here offline. I'm trying to do the Rockies tomorrow. I have a stream done, and the footage in there is like enough for an episode for sure. So I'm hoping to do Rockies tomorrow. I shouldn't have anything slowing me down there. That shouldn't be a problem. I haven't had like a normal day in a while. What's the largest thing you've ever lost in a move? I haven't really lost anything. Like I said, I've lost my running gloves. One of the best like $10, $15 purchases I ever made. And then I found them. So they're not even lost anymore. I can't think of anything else I'm missing. UFC Fight Night tournament with all Kane Universe characters. Oh man, if I had too much time on my hands, that's something to create right there. That would be hilarious. Or actually, what would be even better is if I created the MrHurriicane universe and like a WWE game, if those are still any good. I haven't played them in like 10 years or longer. But imagine like a pay-per-view. Like, the main event. Andy McKenzie takes on Anton Greenberry, Tyrus Sparks, J.W. Unger, in a ladder match for the WWE title. And then we have Sylvester Seymour and Boogie Turner, Hell in a Cell. That would be too much fun. Royal Rumble, oh man, I used to love doing Royal Rumbles. They were so fun. All right, who's the team gonna be, everybody? Help me out. I showed you some uniforms. Who are we playing as here? The Raiders are also interesting just for playing in that stadium. I'm seeing Chargers. I'm seeing Saints, Bengals, Carolina, Patriots, Cleveland a couple times, the Colts, Titans. Ooh. It's not easy. All right, we'll go with the... We'll take the Las Vegas Raiders, okay? The John Gruden $100 million experiment is just not working out. And we're going to make a custom coach. Who should the coach be? I'm taking off any pre-order bonuses. Pre-existing injury off. I don't think they even have those yet. No minimum roster. Changes to like 11-minute quarters. All manual. No tutorials. You're going to give me some anyway. I know it, though. I already have a Russ Watson coach. Wait. And that stuff needs to be off. All right. George Ingram. Ooh, I like it. I like it. George Ingram. Let's go with a staff builder this time. George Ingram, one of the top players from my last Houston Texans franchise. They really need to update the coaches here. Like, we've had the same gear and coaching options for a really long time. George Ingram. Like, how many are there? I kind of like Nike Relaxed 1. There aren't a lot of options here. Hall of Famer George Ingram. That's right. It's kind of like Doctor. You can't call him by his name without the title that he's earned there. George Ingram. What offense are we going to run? All right, any offense. What's a fun playbook in here? I did turn off pre-order bonus, Eric. Thank you, though. Patriots? I'm seeing the Patriots show up a couple times here. New Orleans? I feel like they'd be pretty creative with a New Orleans playbook, wouldn't they? A couple of you like the Jacksonville playbook. Thomas likes Shanahan. Wildcat, you're clearly here for the memes. I like it. I'm going to try the New Orleans playbook. I want to see what they have in there, because that could be, you know, some weird Taysom Hill stuff and who knows what. All right, defense. I'm making the executive decision here to just go 4-3 for simplicity's sake. But I'll try to pick a different playbook that I don't usually use. I always use the Mike Zimmer playbook just because I'm used to it. Dan Campbell. Why not Dan Campbell? All right. George Ingram coaching the Las Vegas Raiders. Our starting point is going to be a fantasy draft. Let's get underway. No idea if there are any crashing issues in here, but I'm going to be saving files. All good, Connor. It'll be here for you when you're ready for it. What should I get from Chipotle? I'm standing in line right now. If you were ordering for me, you'd be getting white rice, barbacoa, double if you're feeling up to it, lettuce, cheese, and the hot salsa. On the side, because sometimes it's a little too much. No beans? Not really. No, I like refried beans, but obviously a different style at Chipotle. And what you can do is ask for a tortilla on the side if you want a burrito. Hey, Kane, big fan. Thoughts on the New York Giants this year? Also, you guys got a stud in Dalvin Tomlinson, rooting for the Vikings, except when they play New York. I hope it goes as well as the last time they took a defensive tackle from the Giants. Big Linval. The Giants, I think, are interesting because, you know, me and everybody else will kind of, you know, dog Gettleman a little bit. Gettleman really isn't a bad GM. but he's made some pretty big blunders. The queso? Yeah. Yeah, get the queso. Although the HEB queso is better. Just gonna say, if you're in Texas, you go to HEB and get your own queso. All right, we're starting the draft. I know I was in the middle of a sentence too. Yes, the Giants. I think Gettleman has done a pretty decent job. He's added so many playmakers to the offense, but it's all really about Daniel Jones, honestly. I'm not a huge Daniel Jones guy, but I do like the team that they've kind of constructed there, and it's the NFC East. It's like anybody's ball game. If you come from the future and you tell me any of those 4 teams win it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see that. I don't think any of them make a wild card. I'm not sure it's that strong of a division. Yeah, this is a weird bug. So basically what they have here is the Undertaker's coming out and the Smoke Machine is having some issues. Everyone dogged the Danny Jones pick over Haskins, but only one of them has stuck around in their original teams. I was probably one of those people. But yeah, it's make or break for Daniel Jones. We're picking 29th, by the way. Is this a good draw or a bad draw? To end up here. It's snake draft, though. So I'm picking 29th and then, like, 4th. So I'm making pretty, like, 2 picks almost back to back. So what do we do here with this first overall pick? Devontae Adams is available. Now, the quarterbacks, I'm sure, are pretty much all going. I could just take Tom Brady here because I'm not sure how long I'm even doing this franchise. But if I don't take Brady, we're already into the 80s. I don't think I want to play with Brady right now. Derrick Henry, right off the bat, first pick. He's in the thumbnail. Let's go Derrick Henry. I wish this was, obviously, we could get rid of the fog machine glitch here. But Derrick Henry, we're going to run the ball, ground and pound. A new era here for the Raiders. Well, I guess it's not massively different. Ooh, Travis Kelce still available. Zach Martin, DeAndre Hopkins. I have no idea when players go, and I'm just kind of messing around tonight anyway. Like, I've been spending the whole week, and like the last 2 weeks, really, working on moving for the most part. So it's like, I kind of just want to chill and not take it too seriously. Why all the right guards gone? Hey, Kane, love the content. Hope all is well. Is there any way you could give some current gen Madden 22 impressions? I don't know if I want to get it. I haven't played current gen, Josh. I've only played next gen. So I really don't know. I know that the engine is different. You don't have a couple of the features like dynamic game day and momentum. Honestly, though, if you're on the fence, I would consider getting the EA Play subscription for the month and doing that 10-hour trial. I believe you can still do. And then making your own decision. Like, being able to play it for 10 hours and then decide is pretty nice. But I don't have any current gen impressions. Thank you for the super chat. Who is the most overrated quarterback of all time? Probably a classic quarterback like Joe Namath. Especially when you look at the modern era of quarterbacks, so the last 30, 40 years and how good they've gotten. Focus on a good old line around Henry? Definitely. And thank you all for the super chats. Is the PC version next gen? You'd think so, but no, PC is basically the PS4, Xbox One era. Like, that's really, really weird to me that it's not a next gen experience on the best hardware you can play on. Ooh, Tyrann Mathieu available. So are there like rookie quarterbacks? Okay, in this tier here. Okay. All right. So we got Derrick Henry right off the bat. Ooh. Travis Kelce's got to be like a cheat code here, right? Or do we get the leader of our defense? J.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, Khalil Mack. We could also go with a corner. Chase Young? Ooh, at 86. A lot of you are saying Chase Young. All right, I'll go with Chase Young for all of you. Just in case this does go longer than like a season or one stream, we got a young player to build around then. Now, I know who I want with this pick. I really hope he's there, but I kind of have my doubts. Ooh, maybe. Maybe? Maybe? No, I want a DK. But I think he's too young to still be available. Think he's too young to still be here. All right, I think I know who I want here. I think I want to go back to the offense. What's Penei Sewell? I swear I just saw Penei Sewell. What is he rated? Maybe I was seeing things. I thought I saw Penei Sewell as like a 90 or something. What do we got for guards? The old linemen go. How about center? Rodney Hudson, Jason Kelce. We're going to have to attack this offensive line. You know who I really want here? I want Odell. Why do I want Odell? Because now I think like the stock is so down on Beckham. I think everybody is over OBJ. Maybe with the next pick. I don't think this one's the right pick. Okay, Penei Sewell 75. What if we go with like La'el Collins to play right tackle? He's 28. Lane Johnson's 31. Mitchell Schwartz is 32. Let's go La'el Collins. Reaching on a tackle. I mean, Raiders already did it once this year. Leave me alone. And Odell is still there. I could also take Adam Thielen. You know I'm a Viking fan. I'm going to take OBJ. All right. We are going to get Odell back to being one of the top like 5 receivers. I feel like now you ask anybody to make a top 5 list, Odell's not coming close. The thing to remember too is like the last thing we saw from Odell wasn't bad play, it was him getting hurt. And actually, I think he got hurt either in or after a really good game against the Cowboys last year. All right, so we have taken a halfback, a receiver, a tackle, and then a right end. We have to go back to defense here. I don't think I have to move a muscle here. Ooh, but do I want to go safety? It's hard to trust zones right now, so I feel like you need to be able to play some coverage. We're going Marcus Peters. All right. I feel like I might have to play a bit more man-to-man with where the defense is right now. So we're going to take Marcus Peters. Quarterback? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Odell is currently in the Raiders era of his Randy Moss career arc. Ooh. Are you saying he has to leave? Are you saying he's going to the Cleveland Browns next year? Are you saying that? Wow. I have no idea who I even want. Looking at the quarterbacks who are available, I would now like to go back to the offensive line. Who's a better run blocker? 87, 90, and 83. '97 awareness for Corey Linsley. All right, we're gonna go Ryan Jensen, CSU Pueblo. Gotta run the ball here. We'll eventually get to a quarterback, but let's go see what's available on defense again. There's an issue with the draft screen in this game. I don't know why it's still not fixed, but I know that it's still not fixed. Corner. Kyle Fuller? Give me Kyle Fuller. He's one of my draft crushes back in the day. Yeah, Cap's is the best quarterback available. What are his accuracies? Wait, he's no longer available. So now we're not getting an 80 overall even. Who wants Kirk Cousins? Or never gonna give you up, Cam. Never. Is Tebow at tight end? Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure. We might have Tebow just to play the Taysom Hill role. All right, we have a halfback, a receiver, 2 linemen, 2 corners, a right end. I might just take a lower rated quarterback just like to have fun. Why do I have fun in weird ways? Which safety the Bears drafted do you want? Because I think ratings wise, I don't think they'd be completely different. Amos has more range though. I'm gonna have to go Adrian Amos. Yeah. I'm going to take a little BPA kind of pick here. I'm going to go a little chalky on this one. What's going on, Franchise Gaming? Kane use Kellen Mond. You know, I haven't even watched the Vikings preseason stuff yet because I was like working on stuff for the move and I didn't have internet until yesterday. So I had to listen to PA call it on the radio. Which is fine, but I still haven't even I haven't seen Jake Browning play. I haven't seen Kellen Mond. Apparently Browning was very bad in that game. I haven't actually seen, or AJ Rose Jr., the running back. Tight end. I think this is my target right here. All right, when we get there. By the way, 98 catching. Wow. But I want Jonnu Smith. And your fantasy team wants him too. That one's for free. David DeCastro. I'm building up this line. But maybe I should do some other stuff for now. What's the defense looking like here? I have 1 front 7 player drafted so far. have an edge rusher. Do I? Oh, I took Chase Young. I took Chase Young. I'm good there. Anthony Barr might not be bad just for the versatility. Sopranos or Breaking Bad. I've never seen Sopranos. That was kind of popular when I was really young. I like Breaking Bad though, so it'll be hard to top it. SpongeBob or Ed, Edd n Eddy. I'm going to take SpongeBob there, Doctor, just because literally I've been watching SpongeBob before bed. And I quickly realized, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen every episode of SpongeBob. I've seen like every episode in the first 2 seasons. I checked out season 3. I'm like, I haven't seen a single one of these. And they're still good. Oh man, is it the right time though to take, probably not. It's probably not the right time to take, Barr, but I think I want to get Barr. I'm going to take Bryce Callahan for now. I just see these overalls and I can't pass right now. The best TV theme song of all time? I like Sykes. I'm a big Psych fan. See, I didn't have any internet for a few days while I was setting everything up here, building IKEA furniture. But I bought every season of Psych a few years ago. And I downloaded a bunch of it back when the winter storm happened, because I'm like, I need stuff to do. So I downloaded a bunch of Psych, and I never watched, never actually watched it when the winter storm happened, but while I was building furniture, like, that's one of my favorite shows, and I got back into it all over again, just because it was the only thing I had to do. What's going on? The prayer, no message, but dropping a couple bucks there, appreciate it, thank you. Oh, thanks, Blackjack, yes. They look really nice with the IKEA unit and bouncing off the wall like that. I really, and then this is a projector, laser projector. I want to get another one that has a few more features. One second, gotta check one thing quick. But I can handle the colors from my phone. So allow me to do that. What team did I pick here again? The Raiders? Well, this is an RGB light strip. I don't think the Raiders color scheme is in here at all. You're gonna have to settle for something else. Green. I want Anthony Barr. I'm just going to take him here because I have a plan. The room just goes completely dark, yes. Just remember, my Sox are playing the Twins. How about the monster blast by Sano last night? That thing was destroyed. And then it was so poetic how, you know, Schwarber hit that homer in the 9th. They tie it, so Colomé blows the save. And then out comes Hansel Robles, another signing the Twins made that didn't really go as planned, but they traded him to the Red Sox because he was just an option for the bullpen. And then Donaldson takes him yard. And then Jake Cave takes him yard. It was such a funny sequence. Robert Woods is still available. Robert Woods is a stud. Why is he available? Who took Jonnu Smith? So tilted, man. I want a defensive tackle now. I want a run stopper. I'm a Viking fan. I'm taking Linval. Could be worse. You could have the Orioles pitching. That's true. Early season John Means was a lot of fun. I'm kind of considering Gronk here because the blocking might, you know, fit the team really well too. The route running is terrible. But I feel like Gronk's going to be there. I've yet to take a quarterback. So we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I mean, he's still there. I'm taking Robert Woods. Was Lockett still available? Because now that you say it, I think I would rather have Lockett, better downfield receiver, but I mean, I got a really good slot now. And, well, inside, outside, you know. Can still go Gronk if I need to. I only have 2 linemen selected. Let me get a third here. Could take Incognito. Could take Zeitler. But the pass blocking is more his forte. I feel like Incognito would be good for 1 year. I have no idea how long this is going. I'm just here to have some fun. For at least a stream or two. And I want to get through a season. I do. So it's all like veteran linemen available right now. What do you guys think? It's just so beautiful to see single digits on anyone now. I'm still getting used to it. Like, I think that players should wear whatever numbers they want. But when I see like a linebacker wearing 14, I don't like that more than 54. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. Beatles, Rolling Stones, or another band. From that era, I don't really think I have anything that I love. Doctor. I mean, that's probably a couple decades before anything that really caters to my taste. Because what would that be, like 60s? I'll just take Richie. Maybe I'm wrong with my timeline, because I do like a lot of classic rock, but I honestly don't listen to them. Better than seeing linebackers wearing like 48 or 46. Yeah, that's not a good sign if you're a linebacker wearing something in the 40s. Convert Tebow to quarterback could make a fun first season. You got a weird idea of fun, Z. Appreciate the super chat. Led Zeppelin and Rush. I don't know much about Rush, but I know I like playing YYZ on Guitar Hero 2. Or 1. I can't remember now. It's been too long. I took 3 corners. I could use another edge rusher. Brandon Graham. Leonard Floyd. I'm going to take JPP. Why not take Jason Pierre-Paul? I'm not Canadian. I was born in Minnesota. I like 40 numbers, but only specific ones. I love 47, 42, 44, 49, 46, and 48, and 40 just look bleh. I totally agree. I don't think those numbers look good on anybody but a college punter. How am I liking the gameplay so far? I thought it was pretty rough around the edges to start. The patches seem to have smoothed out some things, and I've enjoyed what I've had recently. Chris Sale, immaculate inning. He's back. Hey, Kane, your Chipotle order is great. Thank you. Been a fan since the Gopher days. Finally able to donate to you. Keep up the good work and take my money. Thank you. Hashtag bear down. Appreciate it, JD. Hope the bull treated you well. That is my order. Big thank you for the super chat. No sliders. I like to keep it simple. That's also why I'm not like try-harding the draft too hard. Third start back since Tommy John. Okay. Yeah, I've been really out of baseball for a couple weeks here. I have not been able to pay much attention to it. So last night was the first in a while I've actually had it on, and that's when I was watching the Sox and the Twins. What's my order? My order is white rice, barbacoa, cheese, lettuce, hot salsa. The red stuff. It's pretty fiery. All right, we're going Gronk. I don't know. Yeah. No. What's my favorite number at step 1, 10, 20s, 30s? Okay. I see you. Appreciated prayer. Favorite single digit? I do like the number 3. I like 1, 2, and 3. The rest of the single digits to me are like, whatever. In the 10s, I like number 17. I just like the way a 1 and 7 look together. I don't know. A 17 looks good. 20? I'm going to go chalk here. 23 is always a winner. 24 is pretty good too. 30s? I like 31. 3-1. Higher than 33, and I think you're getting into backup safety territory. Jimmy Ward wouldn't be bad. Let's go. 5 secondary players already. Take Dallas legend Ben DiNucci for quarterback. That Sunday night was enough. We still haven't taken a quarterback, by the way. Just pointing that out. My number was 54 as a linebacker. I was right in between Ray and LT. 54 is a great inside linebacker number. To me, the evens are always inside linebacker. The odds are outside. Just how I've always looked at those. Just joined, even if it's not a long-term thing. Is this going to be on the main channel or second? Probably keeping it on the main. Blue Jackets, thank you for the super chat. I do need to look at a second running back at some point. A little smash and dash with Henry and Mostert would be pretty cool. I just want to see what, like, waiting on running back does for you. I mean, I think 90 is a little low on Jarek. By the way, we are playing week 1 tonight. I'm just taking my sweet time here. '98 on Jesse Armstead was so dope. I like the high 90s on outside backers and edge rushers. A lot of you want Minshew. Well, you're not going to see him anymore in real life now that Mr. Lawrence is down there, so that's an option. Gabe Jackson or Roger Saffold. Let's go Roger Saffold. Hey man, what do you think about Michelle to the Rams? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Really difficult to, I find it hard to be excited about it. I think Michelle's, you know, just a decent back. Like, I look at him as just kind of an average, like bell cow style running back. I think, like, if I could have him or Mike Davis as my starter, or like a 15 carry a game guy, I think I might even go Mike Davis over Michelle. He's not bad, but you feel a lot better if you have someone that spells him, that catches the ball and does a bit more. Well, I appreciate that, Kale. Thank you. Setup's coming together pretty nicely, I think. Give us your best. Yee. Thank you, Nathan, for the super chat and the request. The Broncos should trade for Minshew. Yeah, just crowd the quarterback room even more. Maybe bring back Brandon Allen while you're at it. Imagine taking Sony Michel over Nick Chubb. Couldn't be me. Kane, what should I have for dinner? The later we go, the later I want something like chicken and waffles or something like that. That sounds good. I haven't had chicken and waffles for a while. I think, like, the later we go here, not that it's super late, but breakfast starts to sound pretty good. You know what I want right now? I literally just want, like, basically an omelet, but I don't really like eggs. I just want, like, hash browns, some bacon, some sausage, some peppers, and cheese. And I just want you to, like, throw it in a pan for 4 minutes, or make sure it's cooked. Don't serve raw sausage, but just throw it all in a pan, and then throw it on a plate, and then douse it in syrup. That's what I want to eat right now. So the chat has been talking about Gardner Minshew. This is the most average passing skill set I think you could have. 85 throw power on the low side, 86 short accuracy, passable. Like, when you didn't study for the test and you got a C- and you were happy you passed, like, that's Gardner Minshew. McCorkle Jones, very similar but better deep ball thrower. His real name is McCorkle, by the way. Michael McCorkle Jones. Now, we could also try to make something happen with Cam. 83 speed is still functional. If I sort by speed, Taysom Hill becomes the best. Chris Streveler would be second. Streveler can fly. Please go with the Mac attack himself, Mac Jones. Maybe. We might have a little quarterback, like a high school kind of quarterback setup here. It might get weird tonight. Thank you, Gio, for the super chat. I will want to add a deep threat to the team, but I should be able to wait on that. Like, I will take MVS. I will take Scotty Miller. We're good for now. Maybe a second linebacker because I've been ignoring that as much as I possibly can. Oh, man. I thought about earlier taking Foye Aluakon, but it was at a time where I didn't think a 79 overall was a good idea. How many edges do I have? One? All right, I'm going to take Marcus Golden because I like him. No franchise gaming. Got to look at it this way. We bring in MVS because it'll keep you on the edge of your seat. You don't know if it's going to be caught. You don't know if it's 70 yards or 4th and 10 upcoming. We do it here for the moments like that. Give Jordan Love his team to start on. I did. With the Texans in my last franchise. All right, fine. You've convinced me. I'll take Raheem Mostert. I'm a big Mostert fan. 97 speed, 96 acceleration. Hashtag for the content. That's what it's all about. No left tackle scares me. We got to get a left tackle here. Nathan's worried. Do we just keep taking veterans? Or do we say, we're going Morgan Moses? Like, I feel like I woke up one year and got 3 years older. Because, like, I remember when Morgan Moses was drafted. You're telling me he's 30 years old. Tebow at left tackle. I will sooner make Tebow the quarterback's coach. Donovan Smith. 90 awareness. That's really high. Mailata. He's one of the younger options here. Isn't Jordan Mailata the converted rugby player? Tebow's coming to clean Vegas of its sin. He's gonna have a very busy time. I mean, I did find it a little poetic in a way that the team moving to Las Vegas gave John Gruden a guaranteed $100 million 10-year contract. To me, it was just so fitting. I'm going to take Dwayne Brown just because veteran linemen are better right now. Still no quarterback. I have a full secondary, though. I still... Do I have a second off-ball linebacker, or have I taken all, like, edges there? Because I know I have Barr. I took Barr, I took JPP, and Marcus Golden, so I only have one off-ball guy. I might just have to go with, like, Jordan Hicks here. And I could do a lot worse. Haloti Ngata was a converted rugby player? Was he really? I never knew that. He would have been a terrifying rugby player. Oh boy, the quarterbacks are going. Oh no, Mac Jones is gone. Oh boy. We're going to have to make this work in a very creative way. Kellen Mond. Oh man. Is it Fitzmagic season? Joe Flacco, Taysom Hill, Jacoby Brissett. Miracle Man, Case Keenum. Kyle Trask. PJ Walker. XFL MVP. Man, the medium accuracy. Brutal. Case Cookus. Case Cookus is not in the game. There is zero chance that Case Cookus is in Madden 22. Jake Browning. He's in the game! No way! I didn't think he would have made the cut. Oh man, Case Cookus. Who's the lowest rated quarterback? Rawson Thurber. Tyler Bray. Danny Etling. You know, I was kind of a Logan Woodside guy. 77 throw power. Oh, man. That's like when the Twins are down by 10 and you got to put in Williams Astudillo and he's throwing a 46 mile per hour ephus. I've only taken 2 receivers. I'm taking MVS. Hashtag for the content. .77 throw power, though. Like, with 77, you're underthrowing, like, 40-yard passes, right? Oh, no. Kellen Mond, what do you got? 87 short. Good luck deep. Oh. You could go with Big Ben, but would that be fun? Throwback to MLB 2K when the ephus was a thing. I remember playing one of the old MLB games. I don't remember which one it was, but I discovered Casey Fossum on the Rays. He was like the only player in the game who had the ephus. I remember breaking that out. That was so much fun. Decent. We could work with these ratings maybe. 82 short. Can you trust that though? I think Mons is better. 87. Taysom in the Saints offense. Yeah, I mean, Taysom and another quarterback could work. Like, who's got the downfield arm here? Like Jacob Eason and Taysom Hill? I also think Chris Streveler could run the Taysom Hill role. I also think we could bring back Blake Bortles. Does Bortles, is he on a team right now? I'm starting to get my plan on offense here. Oh yeah, let me sort by throw power just to see. Or deep accuracy, really. Fitzpatrick, Foles, Dalton, Big Ben, Jacoby Brissett. So I'm thinking that we need to get Jacoby Brissett as kind of the downfield passer. And then we add somebody who can run around. I have taken 3 receivers. I've yet to take a tight end. I really just want run blocking here. Mercedes Lewis and Max Williams. So I wouldn't mind Max. 75 run blocking. Tyree Jackson. Yeah, that'd be one option to convert him from tight end. What's Mon's speed? 85? Like, imagine Kellen Mond along with Jacoby Brissett. Taysom's the fastest. He is a 90. Joe Webb. Oh man, I wish Joe Webb had come into the league a few years later. I bet Eagles fans wish the same thing. A fun night in 2010, right? That's okay, you got the Vikings back a little bit later. Let's take Ndamukong Suh here. Build up D-line a little bit. Alright, we're going to draft a quarterback now. I didn't think they'd actually be going. I was about to take Kellen Mond. I would have also taken Jacoby Brissett or Taysom Hill. Oh, they really made PJ Walker's accuracies bad. Joe Flacco. That's who everybody wants? Joe Flacco? Really? I have to take a quarterback now. My plan was not to just like wait on quarterback all day, but here we are. Because I was always like, okay, maybe that guy, but not here. And then like the quarterbacks would just keep going. Like, I didn't expect that. Just take Fitz. I think at this point we have to take Fitz Magic. It's all we got. And then we can add someone else to the team with some speed. But we gotta take Fitz. I think Fitz and Streveler. Now I can probably wait on Streveler, right? I didn't think all the quarterbacks would be gone by now. We're in the 24th round. That's barely enough time to have all your starters drafted. But we're going to select Kyle Juszczyk now. We're going to get the best fullback. The Saints playbook utilizes the fullback, right? Like, they were using Zach Line and other fullbacks. Taysom Hill plays fullback. Like, we're using that offense. I have my 5 linemen. I haven't taken a tight end, but I picked a tight end I wanted. I'm getting taken, like, all my players are getting taken. I'm going Max Williams, very fun player at the University of Minnesota. And I can tell you right now, that is not a Max Williams face scan. We do have 2 Harvard players on the team. That's right. Tyree Jackson. Let me sort by speed. A lot of speed at tight end, actually. Must have been taken. Must be too high in demand. Oh, man. Calvin Benjamin. Oh, man. Maybe later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 players drafted on defense. I could take another interior player. I took Linval and Sue. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take whoever the better run stopper is. Denzel Perriman or the player I just saw. 89 hit power. Who's got higher hit power? Him or John Bostic? 82. Okay, we're going Denzel Perriman. He's going to be like the primary run stopper. The Raiders just traded for him, by the way, in real life. This is my way of keeping it sim. All right, little bathroom break, and then I'll be right back, all right? Be honest, was it more fun without me? I left the chair in front of the lights, too. What a pro gamer move that was. True creator right there. Block the setup with the chair. I already missed chair. Sorry. Wait. What happened to my timer? Okay, it just switches to 45 seconds now. Alright. Quarterbacks are still going. I have to take Chris Streveler. We're taking a third quarterback at some point, too. We've got our starter, Fitzpatrick. We've got Chris Streveler. And then we're going to find somebody else. Do you guys think Le'Veon's going to sign with the team? In Madden now, he's only a 79 overall. Things have changed a lot in the past couple of years. How about another tight end, maybe? Might be running some 2 tight ends in this offense. Josh Perkins. Or Jack Doyle. Perkins or Doyle? Perkins is 28. Or do we like a better receiver? Like medium route running, if you sort by that. Cameron Brate? 59 run blocking, though. Doyle? Alright, Jack Doyle. Oh yeah, I could have taken another Harvard player. I totally messed that up. Corner situation seems decent. You can still get decent starting corners this late? Man. I took all my corners super early. I kind of thought I had to. It's hard to find like younger players because they always go so early. So, I think our third running back we end up taking, by the way, should probably be a really good receiver. When we get to that point, you know what? We're taking him now. Because he can also be gadget player and return kicks. Cordarrelle Patterson. Again with the Raiders. I know everybody wants Tyree Jackson. We'll get there. We will get there. Let me build up some D-line depth first. He's 29? What does it take to get somebody who's like 25? $26. Tayshawn Bauer. Fine. Jalen Richard just went, so I think me taking Cordero there was probably a good call. Just checking on something quick. Oh yeah, all the good kickers are still available. Yeah. I'm taking Justin Tucker. I think about this all the time. How much would you have to trade the Ravens for them to actually give up Tucker? What would it honestly take? That's so difficult. It's a very difficult question to answer. I still don't really know what it is, but I've long thought about that. I think it has to honestly be a mid-first. That's when you start to really think about it. What is like one of the best kickers, maybe the best kicker in NFL history? I get it's just a kicker, but what's the value? They got a 5th for Corey Vedvik. They did. They did. That was a rough one for Minnesota. Let's take Jason McCourty, I think. 69 tackle. How about Trey Boston? What's his tackling? 72. All right, I'll go Trey Boston. I didn't announce this. I just decided I was going to stream it, is all. I was hoping Moritz Boehringer was going to catch on. Yeah, it was a lot of fun when he was drafted, but he's also like moved to tight end, and then there was a special practice squad spot a few teams had for like international prospects. But after a couple of years, I think he was in the Bengals organization for a while, and then I think he's back to Germany now, so it didn't pan out long term. He still carved out a few years of an NFL career, even if he wasn't on active roster or anything. Yeah, the Orlando Brown trade was kind of really surprising. Not even kind of surprising. It was very surprising. But I think that organization has kind of earned the benefit of the doubt. I mean, they're one of the best front offices in the game. So, you know, when they make moves, you tend to realize why they did it a little bit down the road. And I don't think teams get the better of them all that often. Although I think that's going to be more of a win-win scenario with Orlando Brown going to KC. But we'll see. It's a very different offense now he's going to be in. Taylor Heineke. 77 short accuracy. Kyle Sloter. Case Cookus. We might have to select Case Cookus. Jimmy G or Trey Lance? I want to see Trey Lance. Just do it. You already drafted him, just play him. But I honestly don't know what to expect. Some teams, you know, it can be approached very differently depending on the team. Some are trying to think more long-term and just wait and kind of play it safe. And I don't know if that's Kyle Shanahan. I don't think Kyle Shanahan's that guy. I think it's going to be Trey Lance day one. The more I think about it, the more I think that makes sense. Considering, you know, what I'm thinking is going through his head. Yeah, the Shaun Wade move, that was kind of surprising. You don't see players drafted in their first year very often, but I feel like we're starting to see teams do things we don't normally see. All right, I'll take Pat Pete, fine. I'm about ready to get into the game here. The draft is kind of getting a little bit less interesting now. Let's take Taylor Heineke here as QB3. I might even take a fourth later for fun. But I should probably think about another skill player just for some depth there. We're going to take Adrian Peterson. Because I consider Cordero kind of a hybrid player. Running back, receiver, kick returner. How about O-line depth? Because we're bound to see a couple players suffer injuries. I'll take Trey Hopkins. Oh, we'll be taking a punter, too. Oh, yeah. Johnny Superstar Hecker. 97 kick power, 95 accuracy, and 68 speed. What's his throw power? 67. We're just going to start sorting by certain ratings and taking that player. So Bobby Massey had the best pass blocking. We take him. I feel like I have the oldest team. Three, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. Okay, I've actually been like right down the middle as far as my balance goes here. Somehow. LJ Fort. I'm really interested in what the Raiders actually do this year with like Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, because I feel like it could be all talk, but maybe they do have something in mind for Drake in that offense. I don't know. All right, where is your favorite player? Tyree Jackson. That's where you get to him. Right at the bottom of the list. All right, Tyree Jackson. We got him. Yeah, we might take D-Jax. I've been trying to find, like, younger players to add that would be fun. But they all got drafted. Is Quez Watkins available? Because I will take him right now if he is. DeMichael Harris is available. Let's take another defensive back. Let's go. I like Troy Hill. And then give me Delaney Walker as well. I'll see what he is as a quarterback. I'm curious. Here are the youngest available players, though, if I really wanted to just get, like, rookies or whatever. To have a couple players there. Let's take Sean Wade. In case this goes multiple years, I should have a few players who are younger that are backups. Let's go with Amir Smith-Marset from the Vikings. I don't know if Mailata's still available. We were looking at him like an hour ago. I'd take him if he was there, but I don't think he is. We're going to take Kelvin Benjamin at tight end. We're almost done with the draft. Legit just went off the board. Fantastic. It seems to be happening a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 linemen. I should have at least one more. Again, we're sorting by age. Wyatt Davis? Yeah. I have drafted 5 tight ends. Not going to tackle anybody here, but let's take Brandon Stevens. Tommy Stevens is listed at tight end now. I have him as a quarterback in my my little series I'm doing. I'm just curious who some of these the lowest rated players are. All right, D-line depth is probably important. Oh, I got guards. Don't worry. It's just I didn't take a right guard spot. I took 2 left guards, I think, that are starting. Yeah, I got Incognito and Saffold there a long time ago. I basically took all veteran offensive linemen because the ratings were just too good. I'll have to move a few positions around, but I'm not too worried about it. But at this point, I am just drafting a lot of younger players for depth. TJ Slayton Jr. Almost done. Maybe like the fastest linebacker. I know Gilbert can make some plays. I might take Carter Coughlin just for Minnesota. Has some versatility, I think. Hey, Kane, absolutely love your content. Just curious on your thoughts on the EA acquisition of Metalhead and what this means for SMB's future. I love Metalhead, but worried about microtransactions because EA. Yeah, Josh. Definitely expecting something different in their next game. But I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is it's a way to get a baseball infrastructure and then take a crack at a baseball game that EA hasn't done for 15, 16 years. So I could see, you know, like MLB license on Super Mega Baseball with EA's budget, you know, if they didn't change much from what's there gameplay wise, it would work. Super Mega Baseball is fantastic, but I hear you. You know, there could also be like MLB license to do like an Ultimate Team style game or something like that. So that wouldn't be as much fun for me. Thank you for the super chat. Last pick is going to be Shaka Tony. Why is there still 55 rounds? I have to cut 2 players. Let me just take 2 of the lowest rated players so I can just release. What do I think is the best way to set up a cupcake franchise? You could do what I did in my series on the second channel and just cut everybody and sign all like free agents or practice squad players and go from there. Probably the easiest way to do it. I never played MLB Power Pros, but a lot of people were big fans of that game. Alrighty, everybody. We have our team drafted here. How long did that take? Almost an hour and a half? Still got a game to get in. So, let's set our depth chart now and get through the preseason quickly and then to the real games. I guess there are a few players who have to move positions quick. Ah, wrong one. Well, I guess this works too. No, I don't see everybody. Never mind. So what was Power Pros all about? Just kind of arcadey style MLB game that was on the Wii? Oh yes, Chris Streveler, the Canadian football legend. We're going all over the place to find the right players for this team. So Tyree Jackson at quarterback. There are your ratings. I think I might keep him at quarterback. So my plan was not to just wait all day at quarterback, but I felt like players would still be there. And in the meantime, I could take some offensive linemen or some corners, and then there went the quarterbacks. So this is where we're at. I do want to make sure Sue is listed at D tackle. And then I do want to move a few of these outside linebackers to end quick, just for convenience sake. So I need to move JPP and Golden to left end. You know, the Japanese baseball league also has their own game. It's just not sold here in the States. I'm not even sure if it's localized, but that would be cool to check out. I've seen some gameplay of it before. I'm moving Coughlin to right outside so the game doesn't yell at me for not having any. I'll move Trey to strong safety just to even those out. The Japanese game is region free, so anybody can play the game wherever you are. Yeah, there's no region locking now. That's a really outdated concept that I don't really understand. But I'm not sure if the game is like, if there is an option to play it in English. I'm not sure what the localized options are for it. But I mean, it's a sports game. I feel like I wouldn't need to know that much. Just because it's sports. And I can just learn it in sports language, basically. Like, oh, this button is clearly this pitch because it went 98 miles per hour. It's clearly a four-seam fastball or something. It'll be fun to play. All right, so we got Odell Beckham, Robert Woods, that's right. I'm going to have D-Jax and MVS here, it appears. Amir Smith-Marset. Emergency player here. I can't put a running back at receiver? Well, then I guess it's going to have to be Kelvin Benjamin. I wanted Max as the top tight end. I'll go Delaney Walker, number 2, just to have speed there, and then Jack Doyle. Dwayne Brown, Richie, Jensen, Saffold, Lyle Collins. Then it's got to be fixed here. One second. We need JPP at left end, Marcus Golden behind him, and then Chase Young here. And Golden can back him up, and a little bit of Anthony Barr too wouldn't hurt. Sue, Joseph. Golden could play inside a little bit too. I think linebackers actually set up perfectly. Marcus Peters, Kyle Fuller, Bryce Callahan. I like the secondary. Jimmy Ward, Adrian Amos. We'll see if we give up much in the air in this. He's keeping 80. What's wrong with that? I'm going to have Derrick Henry start for everything, and the subs are just going to be manual and situational. Slot's going to be Woods. Interior rush could be a little bit of an issue here. We'll see about this. May have to get creative. Sub linebacker, give me Barr and Hicks. Slot corner, Bryce Callahan. Perfect. All right, we got our team. We got our depth chart all set up. Let me save it again, because I have seen a fair amount of crashing here for... specifically, I've seen my crashing when you're going into, like, mess with your goals in weekly strategy. Hopefully, we don't encounter that now. Focus players, too. Ooh. I have no idea what I want. Chase Young probably doesn't need the help, and everybody else is old. I'll just go Chase Young then. I took a really old roster, didn't I? Let's go Lyle Collins. No, I don't think you can customize the coordinators at all. Let's give Odell a boost too. All right, so let's hope there aren't a lot of practice injuries before week 1. Back strain for Jimmy Ward, but I've only seen 1 week injuries here in this. I don't think I've seen any 2s. Does anybody else see anything different? We have a new injury. Trey Hopkins, quad tear. So he was one of our better backup linemen. So really don't want anybody getting hurt. Want to make sure you check out these goals, by the way. Make sure you're editing for your coordinators, because sometimes their goals are just not very good. Or they're not, like, the best ones to be going for. Thankfully, only 3 preseason games to get through now. I'm good with this. We're 2-0. We have wide receiver mentorship right now. Let's go. Robert Woods trying to help out Amir Smith-Marset. Getting open. Let's do medium routes. Two release, two medium. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure when to expect the scouting update. They just said September, but could be beginning, could be end, and I'm not banking on anything in particular. All right, final preseason game. Let's check out the goals here. I like this one. I like the ones too where like you get something if you get halfway there. I feel like they could add more goals and have some simpler ones too, like rush for 100 yards or have a 100-yard rusher be like a point. All right, so we simmed through preseason. We had the 5th best scoring offense and the 8th best scoring defense and went 3-0. So maybe I actually drafted a decent team here, at least for simulating, but I'm not looking to sim. For upgrading, less than I thought. But just in case these quarterbacks have to play, I will give them field general. Like, if Fitz gets hurt or something, it's bad news. Just want to make sure they get the right one. I don't think you can turn off momentum, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it in the settings. I know there's a lot of people right now that don't like it for something like Ultimate Team, and I can understand their point of view there. All right, week 1, Baltimore. I will show off the team we're up against. Yep. Let me set my goal. I want to make the playoffs. And here's the team we're up against. Well, let's do it through weekly strategy, all right? So we're going up against, they have Colin Kaepernick, they have Devontae Adams. I'm going to be looking at, I don't know if contain even works. I really don't. Contains are kind of rough right now. Who's their running back? I want to just defend short pass then. It's kind of a safe one. Defensively, or my offense, it's going to be run inside. That's my game plan. It's like, this is a weird goal. Recover 3 fumbles. That's just a weird goal. 200 yards rushing is my goal. Yeah, it's Mixon. I couldn't figure out who it was. I knew I had seen the face, but I was like, who is their running back? Interesting. Our defense is rated 6 higher and our offense is rated 3 higher. Like, what's the CPU doing? All right, we got opening day here. We have our first little sequence. The key is going to be a dominating offense. They give you something if you cover like one fumble, but it's just a weird goal. Like, you can't count on fumbles. I want to run the ball. We seeing number 80 hit the field? It might happen. Oh, you know what? I was also going to draft Case Cookus, but we didn't get there. In fantasy draft, will the CPU Ravens play their Lamar Jackson style offense? I think so. I think that's why they took Kaepernick. That means they waited long like me to take a quarterback. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be the Ravens' traditional offense. So Devontae's wide receiver 1. They have Joe Mixon, Shaq Barrett, Braden Smith, Jonathan Jones, J.C. Treader. It's Kaepernick, and if he gets hurt, it's Mason Rudolph or Brandon Allen. Joe Mixon, Mike Davis. Power 1-2 punch. You got John Kelly at third. C.J. Ham. So it's Devontae and speed. No. No. No, not my first game. Not my first game. I have to take on Kyle Pitts already. How's the O-line looking? Jake Matthews, Andrew Norwell, J.C. Treader, Jackson Carman, Braden Smith. 4 out of 5, pretty solid. Shaq Barrett, like that. Jonathan Jones, Logan Ryan, Adrian Phillips. All right. There's your matchup here. We're going to play our first game. Just playing default all-pro. Just want to have a relaxed, chill, hopefully fun experience. I've been watching, like I said earlier, been watching Mills over on Twitch, and his franchise on default all-pro has looked really fun. And I don't want to mess with sliders. I really don't. So if I can have fun without it, then I certainly will. Let's play some football. I want to check injuries quick because I wasn't paying attention to that when I simmed practice, but we're good. I clearly do have the punting advantage, although I hope that Johnny Hecker doesn't have to do too much work today. Showtime. How's the gameplay audio, by the way? Here we are, Fitzmagic coming out. Sorry, had to check something. I don't really talk to Nodus Fan a lot, so I don't know all what he's up to, but I've got a lot of love for Nodus Fan. He was a big help to me getting started here, and I met him a couple times, had a lot of fun. I agree, tattoos in the game, like, at least for, like, custom players and stuff. I don't really know what face of the franchise it has these days. Like, I really don't think face of the franchise should be in the game anymore. Like, it's not a high enough quality to be like in the game in its current state. It's not that it can't work, it's that it's just not working. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't. All right. Give me that game plan play right there. Derrick Henry. We know what this team is all about. We should only have 2 receivers out there, but this will work too. Our goal is to rush for 150 and win. We started out Derrick Henry running into a lineman. I drafted high linemen so stuff like that wouldn't happen. Face of the franchise is at least funny. Is it funny in like an intentional way? Or is it funny like because it's not good? Derrick Henry. Now my gameplay here might be a little rough because as you know I play mostly Super Sim and I haven't really played a lot on my own, especially on next gen between last year and this. So the gameplay will feel a little bit different to me. You know what? 3rd down and inches. Stick to the plan. What? 4th and 1. Own 29. I guess we're seeing Johnny Hecker a little earlier than expected. This is the all-pro meter. Has it gotten slower? Alrighty, let's see this defense in action now. It should be really easy to stop the pass, you would think in theory, although I don't know what plays to call and what plays to avoid yet. So what you're going to have here is Colin Kaepernick running the Lamar Jackson Ravens offense. Come on. That's a 1st down on the first play, 13 yards. Oh, it's slow because of Hecker's ability, so it's like the rookie meter. I forgot that was a thing. I don't think I can trust quarterback contains, but they need to get the contain logic down because like this game has a lot more scrambling going on. Dragging him down at the 44. I don't know yet. Can you just hold L1 and the game kind of plays defense for you? Because like I don't usually use her against the CPU. If I do, it's going to be all D-line. Yeah, it's buggy there. We got to get over there. Deep ball. Oh, boy, out of bounds. Coverage pretty good, though. I don't know. Like, everybody's saying cover 3 is broken. How about cover 4? Can we trust cover 4 Palms? Down the middle with it. Intercepted by Adrian Amos. Just a little overthrown there, and now Jordan Hicks is shaken up, and we're taking over. That's the reason we told you to draft him. Well, I probably won't have any 30-yard punts or anything too ridiculous. Oh, no, he's hurt, and now he's running through, like, cement barriers. That's not going to make it any better. So I have to play, like, cover 4 and, like, man. 4th play, 4th run. They stop it. All right, we got Fitzmagic here. I brought in Odell Beckham. I want to see the Odell Beckham resurgence this year, I'm hoping. Ooh. Passing windows are, you know, kind of tight for all pro. I like that. At least in that instance. Keep in Henry to protect. And here we go. Down. I wanted Odell, but I had to get a little more time than that. That's back-to-back punts. I don't have a 1st down. I think I have -1 total yards. Johnny Hecker's ability. That's why his superstar icon's flashing. So yeah, I'm hoping this can just be something I can come on and stream and just have some fun with and knock out a couple games in a stream. And I want to get through a season. I really do. Oh, did I pick? I guess I don't know what scheme Dan Campbell's running here. This is not really what I'm looking for, but that's okay. They'll keep us in nickel all game, I'm sure, most of the time. It'll work. What's that cutback? What's that for? Devers went yard? I'm not surprised. Who's pitching tonight? Is it John Gant? I'll have to check it out once I'm done if the game is still going on. I'm not sure the start time on that. East Coast, probably 6:05 or 7:05. Central. Let's try getting aggressive here. I want to know if I can trust this, is all. Oh boy, he should have had that. I want to see that. So I went cover 0, man-to-man. Want to see how the gameplay kind of reacts to it. He's got to, you know, get through some traffic here, but the coverage, he's at least like close to him. Pass goes behind Hardman, but just ahead of the defender there, and he drops it. Ten to 2 Sox. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Here we go. Cordero. Our best moment of the game so far is a punt return. Geez, what did San Francisco do down below, losing 38 to 3? Saints power back. So who plays quarterback in this running back? Raheem Mostert. I was just curious. Mostert on a design keeper. Just the yard. What else do they have here? Did they change the name of any of the Taysom stuff? Because they have Saints power back, but I can choose which quarterback is there. So, for instance, I can have this be like a Chris Streveler package, but there are no receivers. Chris Streveler back to pass. We're going to pull it down and run with it. Gain of 8. Yeah, that's what somebody said earlier. An immaculate inning. Fantastic. Just another great moment for the 2021 Twins. And there's Derrick Henry. That's the first down. Have I completed the pass yet? We still waiting on that? I'm not sure either team has really completed the pass yet. So we're going to head to the air then and just get one of those out of the way quick. Oh, I got a truck there with Streveler. Might be what he's known for, but I'm not sure it's the right move. Williams took Sale yard. Of course. That's their only runs. Comeback. Oh boy. Oh, Woods! No, he stepped out? Brutal. What do I have on the shelf? So I got a bunch of figures. A lot of them are Pokemon plushes. On the corner here are the 4 champions in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Easy underneath yards here. We got Robert Woods. The tackling has gotten so much better since the updates. The tackling was really bad on the trial. One of the first things that I noticed playing this. They're bringing pressure. Get out of there. Get it out to Beckham. Inside the 25. I'm really excited for that Arceus Legends game. I'm really interested in what they do with it. I hope that it's their way of kind of experimenting with something new, maybe tapping into the older Pokemon player audience a little bit and to develop that formula. No way you're getting Derrick Henry out in space like that. Touchdown, Raiders. Running the counter. I love seeing those defensive back, like, half-hearted tackle attempts. Seven nothing. Love the new setup, Kane. Thank you. I'm hoping to use some more with it. I'll figure it out as I go. I didn't think about my setup for the longest time until, like, January. And then I was, like, just kind of going head first into all these different ideas, but I knew that I wanted to wait until I moved again before I really expanded the setup. I had never done cable management before, so I've been doing that for the first time, and definitely have a much cleaner setup. Obviously, you can't see most of it because it's my desk, but maybe when it's done, I'll give you a better look at what I see. Still got some things to get. I'm not going to be using the Yeti for much longer. I'm looking to upgrade like I should have years ago, but got a plan in mind for that. Get off of cover 3. Inside here, and that's going to be a first down for Mixon. 5 for 20. Yeah, Cody, we ended up taking Derrick Henry with our first pick. That's caught, and running room as well. There's a lot of speed here at receiver, and that's the first completion going to Demarcus Robinson. So basically, it's Derrick Henry. We built a pretty good secondary. We have Adrian Amos. We have Marcus Peters. We got Kyle Fuller. A lot of veterans on this team, too. Chase Young was one of our early picks. We have him, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Ndamukong Suh. Nice play. That's the first quarter right there. Yeah, we were debating quarterbacks for a long time, and I wasn't thinking they would be taken, and they just kept getting taken. So we ended up having to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick and then a bunch of other backup options. That passes off the mark, so it's a field goal try. But I like the receivers. I mean, I got Odell Beckham. I got Robert Woods. Is that short? That was short. No good. And we take over. Oh, I know. Compared to the practice squad rebuild, there is no comparison, actually. Got the first touchdown out of the way already with Derrick Henry. Just trying to see everything this Saints playbook has to offer. I'm on all pro default. I wanted to see how it played because the gameplay I'd been watching recently looked more fun than normal for all pro. Caught by Beckham, and that's a first. Fitzpatrick. We need you for 16 and a half more games here, so Ah, could not get through there. Can I make an adjustment from here? Or I have to go back here? Toss to Moster. That's pretty good pursuit to the outside. Who's 9? Smith? Jalen Smith? He looked really fast getting out there. Is this a new series? New streaming series. Gotta go underneath this time. Oh, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I don't know how we turned the corner there, but we did. Let's try a little RPO. Close to the red zone once again. Oh boy. They've had some competitive coverage. I'm used to default all-pro being a little bit more easy pitch and catch, but this is refreshing here. Over the middle? Yep. That's D-Jax getting us inside the 10. So now we can try to get Derrick Henry his second touchdown. And there it is. Touchdown, Derrick Henry. Oh, by the way, is my camera in a decent spot here in this right side? No one's really complained about it, so it must be at least okay. If I find the games to be too easy, we might try out all Madden, but I'm just playing one game tonight. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was blocking like the outside receiver on screen, but hard to have it perfect anyway. All right, Baltimore's got to get it going here. They got to get a drive. We've gotten comfortable on offense after punting on our first couple drives. I'm playing a lot of man-to-man just because I don't trust the zone coverage. On the outside and complete. And here's the keeper now. Getting a block in the secondary and up to the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing now for Cap. So they clearly drafted with their schemes in mind, which is interesting because the Ravens have a unique scheme. So it's cool to go through their roster and see how they handled the whole offense, really. Oh, on the move now, and they got something going here. Kyle Pitts, I forgot they had Kyle Pitts. Whoever's been covering Pitts might actually be doing an okay job. Uh-oh, the keeper again. These make me really nervous. 4 for 44. Maybe we just blitz a bit more, but then who knows? Play fake. Oh, I wasn't ready there. Leaping touchdown. Devontae Adams. Yeah, that's one thing I saw when I was first playing the game is like DBs constantly going for the interception and not like animating with the receiver. My rush there was bad. I'm not used to usering on defense. I haven't had to in a while. I should just be in the trenches. Could have had him. Well, I think that the standards are changing at quarterback, Gio, for like if you're a pure pocket passer, like that's fine. But I think like the threshold for how good you are at certain things is going to be a lot more evident in the coming years. Because the league's definitely in a transition right now where younger quarterbacks are more successful, dual threat quarterbacks are more successful, the play calling has adapted, and it's finally caught up to these skill sets. And so the transition from college to pro is a little bit easier than it once was. And so now if you are just a pure pocket passer, I think like teams are going to be very a bit more strict when it comes to how good's your pocket presence, how good is your accuracy, your anticipation. Like, if you're not offering anything outside the pocket, you got to be surgical inside the pocket, basically. You know, it's only going to be more that way. Imagine the Eagles have success this year, and the league gets to say, wow, they just took a flyer on a day 2 quarterback and they built a functional offense. Like if Jalen Hurts works out this year, the league's going to take notice of that. On the move here, he's got him open, Robert Woods. Inside Baltimore territory. How about Fitzmagic? Oh yeah, gotta love Robert Woods. Henry, he's got too much room. 12-73-2 in the first half. We found our rhythm on offense. It took a minute, but here we are. I'm trying to get outside here. Taken down at the 8-yard line this time. And when you do take a pocket passer, especially early, like you have to be very sure. Oh man, I tried to just put some air under it. That was competitive right there. All right, Henry, 3rd and inches. There it is. 1st down. Up to the 3. Run that clock down here. Sorry. Double tap his tempo? On the move here, and that's going to be a touchdown. We got it to Robert Woods from a couple yards out. 3 straight touchdown drives. I'm not trying to play the moments. I'm trying to play the whole game. I really want to see what default All-Pro is like here. (21-7). Left him a lot of time, though. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you here. Thoughts on the Sony Michel trade? I don't think it's a huge trade. I mean, look what he was traded for. But I think what they're looking for there is just somebody who can handle volume and offers you at least a little, like a floor, an expectation there. Like, it could still be Darrell Henderson's kind of job to lose, but adding in Sony Michel is just an insurance policy on the running game as a whole. Especially for them, like, the run sets up the throw in the McVay offense. Like, I don't expect them to be like a heavy running team, but just to ensure they can do what they do, I understand it from that standpoint. I still expect it to be very much running back by committee. Got the swim move there. JPP thrown away. And I do think, like, especially when you're talking the play action game, it's good to have, you know, at least a decent grinder like Michel has been with the Patriots. And maybe one of the reasons there, too, was just durability. Because I'm pretty sure Michel has missed very little time in his career. It would have been fun to see that team with Akers, though. I was looking forward to it. Third down, big play here, and it's Chase Young. Timeout. 40 seconds. What's going on, Chris? Yeah, penalties in franchise. I've seen some pre-snap stuff, like false starts, and then some like throws beyond the line of scrimmage. But I think penalties are bugged. Ooh, we got some space here. Let's save a timeout, getting out of bounds. All right, we're trying to get in range for a field goal here. Let me make a couple subs. I want Mostert in the game, and I want Streveler in the game, all right? Chris Streveler, everybody. 26 seconds. He's got speed. We block Max. Extending. Open. Not even close. DJ South, how's it going? Going to any games this year? I don't anticipate it. Oh boy. And Streveler put it right there, but Beckham could not secure it. And we got one more here. I was hoping to get that to be a little catch and run, but it ain't working. So that little plan did not work, but that's okay. He overthrew a wide open receiver 40 yards down the field by 15 yards. Yeah, he was just showing off the arm strength. I mean, it could have been worse. 21-7. We'll see if they can slow us down in the second half, because I got super comfortable on offense there. And I don't expect to really change the plan. I'm going to defend medium passes this time. Taysom Hill package in the second half. If I can remember what formation it was, because Chris Streveler would be our Taysom Hill. I am having to control a player on defense, yeah. So I've just been doing pass rushing because I don't like using against the CPU. I prefer not to. Uh-oh! Long ball! And it's dropped. Oh, I think that was the coverage of Anthony Barr saving us there. The pass wasn't perfect. Had to be a leaping catch, so it was more difficult. Mixon. To the left side here, 3 yards. We could have Tyree in that package because there's a lot of stuff you can do in that. It's one of the shotgun formations. I'll try to find it. Downfield again! And nearly intercepted. Really good coverage. And we're getting that ball back again. Built a pretty decent team here, I think. Bases loaded. 2 out in the 8th. Down 3-2 with Jeff McNeil to the Mets score. Ah! I'm going to say yes. Jeff McNeil's going to get it done this time. The Mets are due for something positive. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't remember exactly which one has the Taysom packages. I gotta pick a play quick. No one open. Get out of there, Ryan. Which one is it? The Mets do not score. 6-3 ground out. Oh, man. Tight end slot. I think this is it. Again, I'm just running out of time here. I didn't actually get like an interesting sub. It just put Odell in the slot, which, you know, is fine. Oh, man. Just missed it there. This puts Juszczyk at running back. I don't know. They're sending pressure. No chance. Hey, St. Just. Benjamin St. Just from the Gophers. Let's go. I'm not even that mad. That's a big stop there for Baltimore. Yeah, what's Stanton's, how many home runs has he hit recently? I know the Yankees have been really, really hot. Would I start Locke or Teddy? I kind of understand starting with Teddy because you know more of what you're getting with him, and you think you have a really good defense and a good team. Now, if Vic Fangio needs to make the playoffs for, you know, job security, and if the defense is good, which is his baby, he's going to want an offense that's not screwing things up all the time. And with Teddy, you know you're not going to get a lot of big plays. You know he's never had more than 14 passing touchdowns in a season, even last year. Can you believe that? And you know that he's not going to turn the ball over much. So if you like your running game and your defense and you just want stability at quarterback, it's what you do. But when it comes time to play the Chiefs, your defense has to really be on their game. So it's gonna start out with Teddy, and if they're not winning with Teddy, I think there's gonna be a quick move to Drew Lock. But I see the vision here for them. The stiff arm and the first down. Another homer for the Yankees. Who was it this time? I was wrong, perhaps. It's not done deal yet, but I thought the Yankees were still going to miss the playoffs after those trades. Just because before the deadline, man, that team was not good. Yeah, is there an option adjustment here? Because I forgot if it was only, yes. I thought it was only NCAA that had that. I thought it was a fourth place team. I thought the Blue Jays would take off. And the Rays and Red Sox would be fine. What a hit. That's why I drafted Perriman. Because I thought the Jays basically getting George Springer healthy was basically a trade deadline acquisition. And then they go get Jose Barrios. I'm like, all right, I like this. JPP. But now the Yankees have been a completely different team. And it's not just because they got Rizzo and Gallo. Stanton last 7, 348, 4 homers, 8 ribbies. Not bad. I mean, a big problem for them wasn't they didn't have the talent, is that they didn't have their talent on the field. Missing Voit, Judge, Stanton at different times. DJ LeMahieu taking a step back, still being a good hitter, but taking a step back nonetheless. It was a very incomplete team for most of the year. But baseball is a marathon. It is a make-or-break year for Fangio, without a doubt. Because it's a really good roster. And even though your quarterback situation is Teddy and Drew Lock, I think like the expectations, given the state of the overall roster, are like, you got to go and win. This is a really, really strong team. It should be very good. Well, I don't think it's going to be like a top team, but I think that the Broncos, you know, I can see them going 10-7. Depending on the quarterback play. I mean, they could be a lot better if, like, this is different for Teddy, but I mean, I thought last year was the perfect situation and Teddy wasn't great in Carolina. I want him to play well. Obviously a Teddy Bridgewater fan. They could have drafted Fields, that's right. Chose not to. Let's give Mostert a couple carries here. Ah, man. Woods is shaken up. That's not good. I got Henry in the zone. 3rd down and 3. Easy. Mostert. 1st down. How has, like, the... First of all, I think Online Franchise has a bunch of bugs, but how is, like, the PvP experience in this game? Because I feel like with where coverage has gotten, I like the player movement. I feel like head-to-head would be pretty fun. We're going deep. End zone! Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson. What the DB do there? That took me back to NCAA 13 with the DB glitch. And this Las Vegas crowd is fired up. Broken ribs for Woods. I hope that's not like a lot of time here. See, this is why zones are busted, because it should be competitive, but what's he doing? Why? Is he trying to come back and cover this? Might need a little thumbnail here for the next one I do. Let me just turn this off for a second. All right. Nice 3-score lead here. Fun time with the offense. I think people are sleeping on the Seahawks a little bit. Like, they're not a team that you can like directly say has gotten like a lot better. I think that's the issue. Is they're not doing anything that gets you excited in the offseason. It's Russ, again, 10 years in the making. A defense trying to get reconstructed. They lost, only lost like Shaq Griffin here in the offseason. And the defense hasn't been, you know, great recently. And the offense is super fun. Like, that's still like a Super Bowl contender to me. The Seahawks are easily a Super Bowl contender. But other teams are just, you know, it's a comparison game. Other teams are easier to hype up because they're more complete. Thoughts on the Colts? To me, it's like even more than the Broncos in the let's see how the quarterback situation is standpoint. Because I think with Teddy, you're at least guaranteed a level of stability. And you don't have that with anybody right now on the Colts roster. You have Carson Wentz, who has basically been like... You know, what's the difference between Carson Wentz last year and Drew Lock last year? Like, one guy used to play at MVP level is the difference. And behind him, it's Jacob Eason. And I think that the firepower that's on the Broncos is more impressive. Although I'd take, you know, the O-line and Jonathan Taylor, but I would not take the receivers. I mean, the Broncos receiving core, you know, Cortland Sutton might not be 100% back from the ACL, and I'm still not worried because I like the receivers. Sam Ehlinger is going to start. 2021's wild, man, if that happens. But I know he started against the Vikings in that preseason game. I didn't see it. I had to listen to the game. They might like him. I know he's going to have more mobility. Easton's just kind of a statue. Mixon into the second level here. Breaks the tackle. Up to the 25. Oh, absolutely. I mean, your option was Wentz or Teddy. Basically, you could have had Teddy in free agency. And Wentz at least offers a ceiling because he's only a couple of years removed from playing at an MVP level. But the quarterback, you know, return to form doesn't play out often. But the situation there versus Philly, I think, is different. And back with Frank Reich, I mean, if it doesn't work there, it was never going to work. One of those things. Nice catch. Atlanta could go 5-12 or 6-11. Yeah, to me, Atlanta's in a really difficult spot because you have aging Matt Ryan. And yeah, everybody's excited about Pitts, but it's like you swapped out Julio Jones. And now you got Kyle Pitts, who is going to be a very fun player and probably a game changer very quickly. But at the same time, you just swapped out one playmaker for another. Russell Gage is still your 3. Your offense isn't any deeper. It's just younger. Mike Davis? That's fine, but I don't think that he's going to be like a game changer. And then the defense, I mean, there's a lot of work to do. That's why Dan Quinn got fired. Although it was also a talent acquisition issue. That's why Dimitrov got fired. To me, the Falcons are a top 5 selecting team this year, and they're looking to probably move on from Matt Ryan because they know there's a lot of work to do, and Ryan is entering the final chapter of his career. That's where I think the Falcons are. I was in on the Falcons a year ago, and wasn't right. I am off the Falcons this year. Touchdown! Ravens get into the end zone again. Nice little possession there. Still scared to call zone coverage. It's really not normal for me to be calling cover 1 all the time, but I drafted corners that would allow me to do it. What about the Lions? I think the Lions are like a 3 to 5 win team. I do think that their focus on the trenches is going to give them a leg up in a few matchups. Maybe against the Vikings because their O-line, who knows at this point, Darisaw hasn't even been practicing. But, you know, teams that are good in the trenches, and I think the expectation, my goodness, is that they should be a decent trench team. And if so, well, you got Swift in the backfield, Jonathan Williams... or Jamal Williams, I'm sorry. But the Lions are in a big rebuild mode here. Hurdle into a hit stick. Oh, man, what a collision. See, that's the kind of thing I was not seeing when the game dropped. I think the most interesting thing, though, about the Lions is to see, like, how much the players buy into this Dan Campbell, old school, you know, lunch pail kind of mentality. Because it's going to be a team that's going to run the football, try to win in the trenches, and just wants to punch you in the mouth pretty much. Will that work in 2021? Have the players bought in? If so... you're going to be an annoying team to face even if you're losing. They've got to stop Derrick Henry if they want a chance here. We've limited his carries a bit more here in this second half, so we can hand off plenty now. Patriots, I actually have high expectations for because I think that the league is going in one direction and the Patriots are kind of countering. You know, I think from a game theory standpoint, I'm really interested in what the Patriots are doing. Going to, you know, 2 big money tight ends. And people are underrating, I think, what those 2 are going to do this year. Or at least one of them. Between Henry and Jonnu Smith. My money's on Jonnu. Deep ball. Odell, no! But, I mean, they had a lot of opt-outs last year. The defense is going to be completely different. Like, the Patriots and the Vikings, what they're getting on defense this year compared to last, so different. Those should be 2 defenses that I expect to be good again this year. And then, the Patriots offense, I'm very interested in what they can do with the tight end spot this year. I am really interested in Ramondre Stevenson because to me he was like, oh, typical Patriots running back. They like the big grinders. They like their power running game. Cam, I think Cam is going to be better this year. It was not an easy situation for him last year. Jackson's open again. Touchdown. But is Cam going to hold off Mac Jones? We'll see. But I expect the Patriots to be, I think 7 seed sounds right. Better, but there's a lot that the offense has to do to be, I think, more than a lower wildcard team. You need the Bills to regress. You need Cam to be better. Your defense has to be top 10. And the tight end, one of the tight end moves has to pay off. Do I like Ultimate Team? I like the concept of it, but the execution, to me, I don't really enjoy. First off, I don't love playing against people a lot because I want more of a sim experience, and you're not going to find that in Ultimate Team. I find it to be a lot more gimmicky, and it's good for what it's trying to be, but it just doesn't fit what I like. And then the microtransactions and the time spent, like, it's just not an experience that I want, even if I'm interested in what, you know, this team building concept could be. Like, I'm a team builder. You'd think, like, maybe something like Ultimate Team would be a good fit, but it's just the process of it. Either too much money or too much time, and just to play head-to-head games with lower quality gameplay to me. More exploits, more issues, more weird player like chemistries and ratings and teams of all 99s, unless you're playing salary cap. Like, there's too many, like, things there. That's a deep ball. Adams in the end zone, brings it in. Touchdown. Singled up, and the Ravens get into the end zone again to make it a 2-score game. 10-7 for me, Washington football team. I'm telling you, the NFC East is so difficult to figure out. Now, I do think Washington, to me, is the best team in that division. But I feel like it's almost too much of a consensus. I perceive that division to be extremely tight. The tightest in the NFL from first to fourth. But I feel like you ask anybody who's winning it and isn't a fan of one of those teams, and pretty much everybody's saying Washington football team. I agree. But it's the NFC East, man. It's never that easy. I think the Cowboys will be better as long as Dak is good to go. The Giants got a lot of talent, so if Danny Dimes can prove people like me wrong, then maybe. Philly, I have the least confidence in because the quarterback plus playmaker situation, to me, is the worst of the 4. Now, that's assuming, like, Galladay is healthy. I know he's been banged up in camp. But, I'm excited to see Jalen Hurts. I just don't think it's going to... I'm not sure it's going to work out is all. You should draft rookies in the Marlins series with 2 rules. You can't scout them and they have to be treated like Rule 5 pick. I might do something like that if after a couple more seasons, like, progress stalls. We're getting to a really interesting point in that experiment where a lot of the players now are reaching free agent age. Oh my, Beckham caught it! But a lot of those players now are reaching free agent age. And we're starting to make some progress. Some pieces of the puzzle are getting put together in a nice way. So, not ready to change the rules yet. Yes, and the coaching too. Rivera is the most proven and has taken 2 teams to the playoffs, obviously, over the past 5-6 years. I'm not sure what to expect for Heisman. I do hope to watch more college football this year. I've been saying that for a long time. I need to schedule my weeks so I can have college football on without me having to focus on commentary on Saturdays. Week 1 is this Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I want to watch some games. I want to get more into it and be able to talk about some of these players and everything. The play clock beeps to the PS5 controller. It's kind of annoying. I might turn off the PS5 controller audio. Henry breaks the tackle up to the 27. 21-42 and 2. That is Derrick Henry. It's been a solid debut. It's week 0. Yes, technically. But there are games being played in the college football world. Now, here's my issue. Like, I love Red Zone, being able to watch all the games basically simultaneously. College doesn't really have an equivalent as far as I know. Derrick Henry, touchdown. That's the icing on this week 1 win with the Las Vegas Raiders. What's the best way to, like, keep up with, like, games that maybe I didn't have on or whatever? Is there, like, a good show or something that takes you through all the top 25 teams or whatever to just give you, like, a little bit there? I'm not sure if there are any marquee games. I just typed in college football week 1 and saw there were games on Saturday. I have 1 million monitors. I'm at 3. It's called College Scoreboard or something on ESPN. Okay. Okay. I can make it 5. I got 3 monitors. I got tablet. I got a phone. Although anything more than 3 is a bit much. Anything more than 2 is honestly a bit much if they're multitasking. Each conference has their own TV deal. Yeah, it's not easy to keep up with it as a casual. And that's what I am when it comes to college football. How'd the move go? Not too bad. It's just been time consuming. A lot of effort, a lot of work. But it's going well. That was cool. Check this out. So I'm just messing around here. I'm calling a timeout here because I want to show you the replay. ESPN goal line. Okay. I'll have to see if I have that. I probably do. I was just messing around here and decided to leap. And so I triggered the jump, and then he just gets pushed back because he's double teamed and in midair. That's exactly what should happen. Oh, I'm still in Texas. It was a short move, but it's still like a lot of work. Moving was a lot easier when I was 18, I'll tell you that. Quick pass. Couldn't knock it away. Overthrown. 19 for 28. I gotta say, this is some of my favorite default all-pro gameplay I think I've seen in quite some time. I'm glad I was checking out Mills, and I was just watching his games, and I'm like, you know, for default all-pro, this is competitive. He's having some intense games. This was kind of an easier victory, and maybe I'll need to move to all Madden, but I'm going to give this a try for at least a few and go from there. We'll do another stream one of these nights and play more. And if it needs to be cranked up to all Madden, we'll try that as well. But for default all pro, it's gotten better. I just want to see I want to face a variety of teams before I make a decision. Just a streaming series. I wanted something because, like, I've been moving, spending like hours and hours a day working on that, getting organized at the new place, going between the two places, and it just eats up a lot of time. And I wanted, like, I haven't uploaded for a few days. I had to take a few days away from it last week. I really wanted something easy and chill for content that I could just do whenever I felt like it. And to me, a fantasy draft franchise was a nice casual way to get some content here and have some fun. Is it worth altering all pro sliders versus moving straight to all Madden? Typically, it's better to go all Madden. But they've made all pro better. So I don't know what's best in this game, but I'm friends with Matt 10, who does a lot of slider stuff on Operation Sports, and I can ask him a couple of things. I haven't really been asking anything about sliders because I'm not really interested. But I'm a little curious if he's cooked up anything for All Pro. But that is the start to the fantasy draft franchise here with the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to be a 1-0 start. 42-24 is your final. A nice way to get this started. The stadium is very beautiful. It is. A lot of the new stadiums, all the new stadiums, I think look pretty awesome. I also wonder how long these stadiums are going to last, because they're more built to last. You know, typically it's been 30 years and then new stadium, but I don't think with $1 billion budget that these are going to be 30 years. I would expect 50. Thank you, Pee-wee, for the super chat. Name a son after a player from the universe. Oh, I got too many to choose from. So yeah, 17-23, 276, 3 touchdowns. It was tough to pass in the beginning, and then I got comfortable with it. 3 touchdowns for Fitz, 3 touchdowns for Cap, 1 overthrown interception for Adrian Amos. $169 here for Derrick Henry. 3 touchdowns, 8 broken tackles. Henry felt so good here in this game. 74 for Mixon, 78 for Kaepernick. It was fun to see how they built this offense for the Ravens. Devontae and Pitts lead the way as you expect. Deshaun Jackson, 2 touchdowns. OBJ, 4 for 65. Robert Woods, 50-1. Also, broken ribs suffered in this game. Let's see, 2 sacks. No, 3 sacks for them, 2 for us. As far as default All-Pro goes, like, this is a lot better than what I'm used to. I might do 2K again. I'm really interested in doing more of a managing style, like, watched version of it. It's just easier for me because I suck at 2K and I don't play enough to get a lot better. So for the second channel, something like that, I think I would be open to trying out. And I want to be a lot more experimental this year, try out a lot more of the games. Oh boy, 3 weeks out for Robert Woods, so that's going to test our receiver depth a little bit going into week 2 against the Steelers. Yep, there's Derrick Henry. And this is interesting now because I get to see some of these features in franchise with an actual winning team. A lot of my sim testing was with the Vikings. They've been terrible for years in Madden. And then I'm doing a practice squad rebuild on the second channel, so they are obviously not winning much. Wow. Wow. So I've never seen this. Our goal was to run for $150. We did that. All the linemen get 4,500 experience, and we get 10 staff points. Wow, winning is so much easier. If you're having trouble in your rebuild, just win. Or just win, baby, because we are the Raiders after all. Baseball Stars? I'm not familiar with that game. I want to see that upgrade the backups even. Did Wyatt Davis get all that? I think so. Yeah, so even the backup lineman got all that XP. Wow, that's what I'm missing out by having a terrible team that can't accomplish any goals. There's a lot of XP to be gained out there. Get an NES emulator and play the best baseball game ever made. Is it on Virtual Console? On the Switch? They have an NES baseball game there. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so next time I stream, I plan to play a couple more games, and this is going to be our next matchup. And it might be tomorrow. We'll see if I have time. Playing against DeAndre Hopkins, Matt Ryan, Chris Carson, Chase Claypool, Traquan Smith, Adam Troutman. This is not a great looping song. Jedrick Wills, Gabe Jackson. Okay, Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave. They drafted at least 3 players actually on the Steelers. Levante David, Josh Allen, CJ Henderson, Darion Conley, Cameron Curl, Jamal Adams. And took 2 punters. Why'd they do that? Next Rockies video, I'm looking to get that up tomorrow. All right, everybody, that was really fun. I honestly had a really good time with that. Now, I was a little bit curious about who some of the better teams were in our league. So the Dolphins are our next opponent. Let's just do some scouting for that one quick. So when we face them, it's going to be Jordan. The Dolphins are trying to be me. Jordan Love, Easton Stick, Cole McDonald, and Alex Magoo. Are you kidding me with this quarterback depth chart? Miami, they're all about the memes. Unbelievable. Who's after that? The Chargers and the Bears. Diggs, Aaron Jones, Xavier Howard, Jared Goff. I feel like teams go for almost a too balanced approach in fantasy. And they kind of end up a little bit mediocre. I feel like they don't build with an identity like I did. Where I was like, yeah, running back, offensive line, corner. That's what I'm going to be good at. I feel like the CPU is just trying to have a little bit of everything. And that's not a way to that's not how you build a team. It's really not. You need to have something to lean on. It's okay to have a weakness. Just have a strength that's stronger than your weakness. So we aren't taking on a lot of the great quarterbacks, I think, for a while. Ha! What? Trevor Lawrence on the Jaguars. Zach Wilson on the Jets. Sometimes they get it right here. That's funny. Broncos fans, that's what you need right there. Why didn't you just get Patrick Mahomes? The rest of your team's fine. Just get Patrick Mahomes. Then you're good. Oh. Broncos fans, you're going to love this because you just traded Patrick Mahomes for Drew Lock. Oh, Trey Lance was on San Francisco? No, they had Justin Fields. Ben DiNucci and Mitch Trubisky. And Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you, though, I can't wait to take on this Miami team. And their 4 quarterbacks. Jordan Love, Easton Stick, Cole McDonald, Alex Magoo. That's going to be an experience and a half right there. All right, everybody, that is it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the action. I want to do more of this fantasy draft and just see how it goes. You know, I'm still testing out franchise and buying time and just looking to have some fun. And tonight I did have fun. That was definitely a fun draft, a fun game. So we're on to more next time. Please leave a like if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for the super chats tonight and just hanging out, having a good time here. Great chat tonight. So that is it for me, everybody. Good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.